In this lesson, I'm going to share some tips on working with our layers, including some more of our options up here at the top. I've opened up a new template that I like that has this image in the back. It also has this text here. And I want to add a sort of background bar or color swatch here behind the text to make it stand out a little bit more. So I'm going to go under Elements and Shapes. And I don't see what I'm looking for here, so I'm going to go back and I'm just going to search for Blob, which is under Graphics now. And I'm going to select one of these more organic shapes, something like this one. All right, so now this has appeared on top, or it looks like in between our hello layer and our summer layer. To move this back, what we can do is go to position and we can move it backwards, forwards, automatically to the back or to the front. And you'll notice that it doesn't go behind this photo. This photo is placed as a background photo, so the positioning of this shape or this text doesn't affect it. Now, if we did have a separate photo within this graphic, it would be a layer itself. We also have these options here for align to page. For example, let me just resize this a little bit. I'm going to actually change the color. So clicking color, let's just change it to something a little bit more fun, one of these preset colors. And now if I go back to position, you can see if I put it to the right, middle, left, etc., it will automatically place it at any of those parts of the page. So if you want it exactly in the center of a design, click middle, center, and it will do that. And now since we know that is in the middle and center, we might want to adjust some of these other things. You'll also notice that as you move things around your design, that these little alignment layers pop up, and you can see that if I do move these elements, I can automatically see where center is. Or for example, if I click on this text now and I want to align it to the right side of where that summer text is, it pops up that line. So we have all these guides that sort of help us. So reordering the position and the alignment of a layer is super important. Another thing you might want to do is group layers. For example, if I like this summer text with this swatch behind it, I can select both by clicking and dragging over both elements and now click group. And now if I just click once on this element, it's a grouped element that I can move around, I can resize, and it all resizes together. If I want all of these things to be grouped, I can select all three, or well, now the group and the hello, and it is grouped together. And then here we can ungroup them. Now to delete any of these layers, you can just click the little delete button here. A couple more style features here that you might want to be aware of are transparency. So for any layer, you have this transparency that you can drop up here. For example, we might want to select this background and make it a little bit transparent, so just so you can see the background shine through just a little bit, which I think is pretty cool. You can also flip, so any of these graphics or images you can flip. So say we want to add sort of a shadow effect, we can duplicate this summer layer, we can change the color, we can now flip vertically, and then let's drop the transparency. And we're going to adjust the rotation. And it kind of looks like we now have a little shadow on our beach. Now I want to go and make this look a little bit better, and I'm getting a little bit advanced here, but for most layers or graphics, we have this edit option here. And here we have effects, we have adjustments, but the one I'm looking for under effects is a blur. So now we can sort of blur this out and make it look more like a shadow. So I know I'm getting a little bit advanced here, but hopefully that's the kind of stuff you want to learn here in this class. I'm skipping over the text options up here because we have a full lesson on that coming up. But I do want to show you one more thing that we haven't looked at, and that's frames. So if I click on elements and then I go down to frames or grids, you see there, we have these frames that we could add images into. So let me just select this one here. And now we can go and find a photo. And now I'm going to search for dreaming and look at our photos. I'm just going to drop this photo into this frame. So you click and drag it into the frame. If it's not in the right position, you can double click and now we can resize the photo within the frame, rotate it, scale it, etc. And now we have this photo in this frame that we can move around. We can now adjust the size of the frame by clicking over the corner and adjusting it, or even the width or height of this frame like this. And similarly, we have our transparency up here if we want to make that a little less transparent. But here again, we have this layering. So I mentioned that under position, now with a photo within our design, we can move it backwards to the front, align it top left, etc. All those same position options for this new photo layer. Now with this photo layer, I feel like the spacing of this design looks a little funky, so I'm going to select all of them, make them a little bit bigger, something like that. And now that means I need to make my summer shadow text a little bit bigger as well. And those are some basic options for working with layers. The last thing I want to share with you is this lock feature. So once you are done with a design, you might want to lock the whole design and I can't change anything. Or if I know, for example, that this summer text is going to stay here, I can lock that summer text up here in the title bar and then unlock it. Or under this drop down, you have more options for all of these layers, things that we've already seen before. It's just another way to get to it, and we can lock. And actually locking this layer is nice because now I can get to my background layer if I need to adjust that, which was sort of hard to click on before. So now I can make any adjustments to that and not affect the summer text in the foreground. So those are some basic ways to work with layers. In the next lesson, we're going to dive deeper into text layers and working with those. We'll see you there.